And this is of the American model, by the way. So as you see here, we'll go over the box and then we'll open this bad boy. So we got Sony Alpha 5100 E-mount lens. There's also an E-mount to A-mount converter that you can get if you already have A-mount lenses from Sony. Wi-Fi certified, all that stuff. Then on the left-hand side here, you have just stuff about what it is, like interchangeable lens, digital camera, barcodes, stuff like that. Nothing exceptionally interesting. And then on the right hand side you have the different accessories. You can get like a little leather handle case here. You can get extra battery pack, chargers, tripods, stuff like that. On the top here, if you're looking at it like this, this would be the top area. You have the different formats that you can put it in. It does 4K still image. And then on the bottom here, it's pretty much almost like the top, except it goes over some of the extra features in here. So it runs the Bionz X sensor, Wi-Fi certified, as I said, DLNA certified, full 1080p HD. This is a 24.3 megapixel camera, fast hybrid autofocus, touch focus shutter, and built-in flash. So that's pretty cool. So you guys might be wondering what are some improvements that the 5100 has over the 5000, which is this camera's predecessor. And there's a lot of little ones, but the two that come to mind, or three rather, is the increased megapixel size. The original 5000, which I have, is about 20 megapixels, so this one improves it by about 4. The original can only record up to 24 frame per second video. This one can do up to 60. Also, this has a touch focus screen, so you can focus on multiple points by using the touch screen, which is like really cool, because that was one of the problems I had with the original 5000, was that it would just randomly focus on one thing, and it wouldn't focus on the thing that I wanted it to. So yeah, no worries with this one though. So anyway, I think we covered all the sides except for the very bottom, which is just a lot of really small print here. I can't even read it. So I think we covered all sides of this box. So let's open up this bad boy, huh? Okay, and it says here for US customers only, or those that speak the English, pretty much. Limited warranty, stuff like that. Registration here. Let's see, it has a lens accessory booklet, which goes over the various lenses and stuff. This one's in French, looks to be, so because this is actually for US and Canada, so this is probably for our fellows in Quebec. And then here's the manual here in English. It's pretty cool. And then let's pop the top here. And then we have the camera right here, and then the various little accessories on the inside. So we have the little charger dongle here. You just plug this into the wall or whatever. Put that up to the side. We have the strap. Pretty cool. Does what it does. A little tiny USB cable to attach the camera to the charging block here while it's charging. It's not very long, but it's long enough to get the job done. That's what she said. Heyo. And excuse me. Here is the battery. Right here, it's the Sony FW50. It is 1020 milliamp hours. So for you battery geeks out there, if you're wondering how long this will last, there you go. So enough of my further blabbering. Let's get on with the piece de resistance, the camera. And I think that's everything in the box. So I'm going to set the box aside here so we can make room for the camera, and I have some workspace here. So the particular one that I got is just the body. I'm just going to be using the lens here for this camera. So anyway, that said, cool. So it says here fast hybrid autofocus. It's pretty cool. Just take the little sticky madoo-bop off. It's got a little dangly thing here which talks about the image sensor. It's an APS-C image sensor. The actual size apparently is that. So that's how big the actual sensor is in relation to the camera. It's pretty cool, actually. And it goes over a couple little stats here. 24.3 megapixels. It has an ISO value of 25,600. It has 179 autofocus phase detection points versus the I believe the original 5000 only had about 50 or so, if I remember right. You can fact check me if you want, just look it up online. So, but I believe it had only 50, and this one has 179, so that's pretty freaking awesome. It has a touch focus and shutter, so that means you can like press the thing and it'll take pictures for you. I'm not a personal fan of it, but if you like to do it that way, that's cool. So I do like the touch focus though. That is nice. So main differences as far as cosmetic go for this camera versus the 5000. The zooming wheel is a little bit different. It's a bit sleeker looking. The buttons are a lot more metallic feeling. It just all in all feels like a much more rugged camera. The actual shell out here has more of like a gritty texture. It feels a little bit more like non-skid versus the 5000, which had more of like a smooth kind of like think of like polished metal. So the 5000 had like a polished metal feel. This one feels a lot more gritty. So I guess that's good for like gripping and stuff like that. So that's cool. Speaking of which, the grip is about the same really. Dimension-wise and everything else, it feels about the same. I'm sure it may be a bit lighter, but as far as actual just putting it in your hand and feeling it, it feels about the same. But there is one notable difference, which I like. Now, the door on the 5000 was just like a one-piece door. You just open it, bam, there it is, and that's it. And you'd have to have the whole door open if you wanted to charge it from right here. But what they did for the 5100 is they made a separate little mini door, as you can see here, so you can charge it without opening the door all the way and having your SD card exposed and whatnot. So I think that's just pretty cool. And speaking of which, SD card goes here. If you didn't know already. So yeah, man, it's a really cool looking camera. And if you guys are wondering why I got the 5100 over like the 6000 or the 7000 series, for one, I didn't really have the money for it, but the main reason I got it was because of this. A little flip screen that goes all the way up. It's very useful for doing videos like this, so that way you can see yourself without having to look at a monitor off to the side so it looks like you're just looking at the monitor. I mean, it's right here. So you can look at the monitor without looking like you're looking at the monitor. If that makes any sense, I don't know. So, got that. And looking at the back here, the display scroll wheel looks a little bit different. But other than that, if you're familiar with the 5000 series or the even a series before that, the next line of cameras, you'll be in fairly familiar territory here. So, that said, this completes my unboxing of the lovely Sony Alpha 5100 mini DSLR camera. So yeah.
너무 귀엽다.
뭐 먹을 게 있나 봐.
있겠지.